This 2025 has not been kind to us. Bienvenida, bienvenido, and wahi. I hope each and every one of you feels welcome. Hey, it is your girl Destiny back in the house. Listen, I want to thank you all for subscribing to the channel if you've already subscribed. If you haven't, do me a quick favor. Please stop. Yes, you. Stop. And listen, when I get through clowning, we're gonna get into this next topic, right? Um, wow, y'all. I have retired that subscribe dance. I'm telling you, I had put it away for a minute. I'm like, I got too much stuff going on. I ain't got time to be clowning with them. But listen, I'm trying to come back in full force. A lot of people ask about it. Where the subscribe dance? I miss the subscribe dance. I don't know if it's here to stay, but listen, I give you a little taste of it, a little touch, a little taste, right? This topic is about 2025 has not been kind. 2025 has been a mess when it comes to deaths. We have lost some people, from celebrities, from natural causes, from old age natural causes, and violence. 2025 has been a monster, and I don't like it. Whew, listen. Top of the year, for those of you who have watched my channel for a while, I lost my sister friend January 1st. I've been putting a bunch of shorts on my channel about Capricorn, so cats out the. I'm a good old, spunky, funky Capricorn. Yes, I am. And sad news is I lost my sister January 1. Like, sis, that's what you want to do. You want to leave us at the top of the year, the first day of the year, 3 days before my birthday. Top of the year didn't start off well for me at all. Top of the year didn't start off kind to me at all. Devastated. January 1, what? Lose my sister friend of I don't even know how many years. Been in grade school. And it just, then you have all these celebrities. Dr. Danielle Spencer, Malcolm Jamal. Y'all excuse me. There's a little ant crawling on my floor. And we just brought groceries in not too long ago. And I'm sure the bags from outside probably brought this little ant right on in. He's got to go. I'll be back. While we were interrupted in this regularly scheduled program, I'm going to show y'all what I use for bug spray in my house. Oven cleaner. Like, no joke. Have you ever sprayed oven cleaner? This stuff will choke you out. It will have you in a complete chokehold and take all of your breath. I get it from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And one day I was in and I said, you know what? You just need a bug to stop breathing. And in most cases, you need bugs with wings to not be able to flap. Once you drown, you can put water on them. They're going to drown in water. Baby, this is my bug spray, $1.25. I kid you not. I literally use oven cleaner for bug spray in my house. I sure do. But yeah, that little ant is good and gone. Hold on a second, okay? While I put this bug spray oven cleaner to the side. I think I also told y'all a while back I was going to start doing things instead of like always cutting my film off and doing things that need to be done. I'm like, I'm just going to start doing stuff raw. Because people do vlogs. They literally walk around their house and walk around town, stores and everything. I'm like, I think it'll be okay if I do some things that are a little bit unorthodox on film. So that was one of them. We killed an ant, okay? Yeah, he had to go. I'm just sitting here. And I don't even have my readers on. I'm like, why is my floor moving? I'm looking like, oh yeah, you came in with them groceries, but baby, you got to go because I don't do bugs, okay? Listen. We were talking about what? um, gee, hold on a minute, because now I got to figure out where we were. I'm back, and I got my brain together. So, we were talking about 2025 not being raped when it comes to deaths. I was naming Malcolm Warner and Dr. Danielle Spencer it's so many people. I'm not going to try to name them because my video is not like per se about them, so I'm not going to try to name the people. If you're not living under a rock, you know the celebrities that we've lost. If you're not living under a rock, then you're watching reels, watching social media. It's like the news nowadays, right? We see how many people we've lost. It's daily. And I'm sure it's always been this way. Social media, obviously, the news don't even, to me, expose stuff the way social media does. They get a hold of something and like the news trying to catch up with social media is what it seems like. But this topic is like talking about death and not in a very particular way, just kind of all over the place, maybe, if you will. I talked about my sister friend that I lost at the top of the year. Devastating. Few days before my birthday, and every other day, I've never dealt with death well. I just don't. I don't do well with how to process it, navigate it, mourning, grieving. I never have. I'm getting better because I'm older. My first most devastating death was at 11/12 years old. I think I was 11, about to turn 12, because again, my birthday's in January, and this death was in December, and I think the age was 11. Of course, I turned to 12 in January. What bothers and devastates me is the innocent children that are dying rapidly, and I can't say in this country, period. We had the young lady, and God forgive me, and just forgive me, I can't think of her name right now, but I'm going to Google it and post it so I can pay true respects to her name. The young lady that was murdered, I think cut off her hands and her feet, or something was cut, found in a burning abandoned house. I forgot the city. I'm going to find the story because it's all over the place. I could just Google one search, it's going to pop up. And then I'm going, this I say, this topic is about death, but on so many different levels. It's even about babies, mothers who lose their children at birth. They're able to hold their baby breathing for a few minutes, and within minutes they're gone, or within hours they're gone. I don't understand. Now I'm going to tell y'all a little something about me. I was always raised from a very, 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 very Christian grandmother. You don't question God. That was her belief. That's what I was taught. You don't question God. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I have questions, but I'm not going to question God. Maybe we can question God. Just because my grandmother taught me that doesn't mean it's the right thing. But you know how you get stuck on things. You get stuck in your ways. You're stuck on what you believe, taught, or raised. So I have questions, though. I don't understand. We like to say, when you're in this world breathing, you're alive, you're on this side of the dirt, that you have a purpose. Can anybody drop down in the comments and explain to me the purpose of a child that doesn't even make it? Can anybody? What's the purpose? What's the purpose of a mother going through 9/10 months, because there's this controversy about how long we carry, of child, doing all the preparations, heart just blissful, glad, ecstatic that they're having this baby. Family, friends, husband, spouse, partner, everybody's excited this child's coming. Your life is just lit up like a Christmas tree about this newborn that doesn't even make it. Like, if you look at the reality side of it, it's just devastation. It's heartbreak, it's sadness. Like, the child's purpose was to devastate an entire family? No, of course not. I don't think. The child doesn't have a chance. I just wish I could that. I'm a thinker, y'all, and I stay in my head. That's one that I just can't seem to understand. What's the purpose of that whole process to not even make it? And anyone watching my channel is very spiritual or very godly, I'm sure y'all have answers, because people say generic things like God don't make mistakes. I never said he did. I don't think he does. I don't understand that process of a child coming here and a parent's got to hold such a tiny, precious soul that doesn't make it. I don't get that. I'm going to step away from that because that's just my question. That's my question for children, even 2 years old, 4 years old. Why? If we say to people we all have a purpose here in life, what's their purpose? They don't. What was the purpose of them coming here to breathe for such a short amount of time? What was the purpose? Please drop down in the comments if you know the answer. If you have a thought, if you think you know what it might mean. Then I want to say, Very recently, I had another devastating death in my life. I won't talk too much about it because I just don't feel comfortable talking about such a personal death. And the family that's tied to this person, I'm not going to say they wouldn't appreciate me talking about it, but just out of respect, let's say that, out of respect. It's not that they would be upset or mad. I just, out of respect, I don't want to go too deep. But I will say, this person was very near and dear to me. I saw this person like family, very, very close relative is how I view this person. But I'm going to say this is going to, tell a little bit about the person. But again, I'm not going to talk much about who they were, how they were connected to me, and how I was connected to them and whatnot. This person was 91. Let's sit in that. Because you see this smile on my face, as sad as I am and as much as my heart hurts, I think that's a blessing. I'm going to sit in that for a second. Yeah. Not many people get 91 years in this crazy world we live in, right? Not many people get 91 years. So that's where the smile comes from. And the smile sits here and it lasts a little bit longer because I feel in my heart, this is a personal opinion. Please drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. I think that's one time we don't get to say gone too soon. We say that when somebody's 15, 18, 20, a newborn, a 2-year-old, 25, 40, gone too soon but never forgotten. I don't think it's appropriate to say gone too soon at 91 because my heart has been content saying many days you lived your life. You lived your life and your time had come. That's how I look at that 91-year-old death. Your time had come. We're all going to have it. All of our time is coming, and that's how I look at it. So my heart is at a sense of peace, though I'm sad and I'm hurt. But 91 years, what else you going to do? Your time is going to come, and I think 91 years is a beautiful place to say I lived my life. So I'm going to get off of that topic again. I don't want to talk too much because I hold the family and the people very close to my heart. And again, just to be respectful. And this just happened. So we're going to get off of that topic. I wanted to use it as an example to say, when we say gone too soon, I think at some point it's okay to say, when you see someone sick on their deathbed or very ill, and sometimes family members go in and say, it's okay, you can go now. People just give that blessing to just go ahead and go. Take yourself out this pain, this agony, and whatever it is, and they just okay with the passing. It's kind of like that. And it's just a different acceptance of someone leaving here. But I just still don't get children. You can't make me understand children. How do we process that and say, that we all have a purpose here in life? What's their purpose if they didn't get a chance? I myself, and I'm going to talk about it in this video because I have a whole video about it. I've had a miscarriage in life. And I didn't get a chance to even have a child that later passed. I had a complete miscarriage. So it's devastating. It's devastating on us mothers that lose a child at whatever capacity we lose them at. It is devastating. I was severely depressed. I was messed up in the head. If my hands are ashy, mind y'all business. My hands stay ashy and dry, so mind business. It just bothers me. I would love to see this year turn around and people stop losing their minds and killing other people. I know we all have something going on. I think most of us who don't think we have mental health issues have a mental something going on, something that just doesn't sit well with us in our heads and our brains, and we have the OCD rituals is the word I was looking for, rituals. Those little things like that are a part of having mental health things going on with you, because it's not, as they say, normal. Some people don't like normal, but it's not casual to just walk around and have to do things on a ritual state of mind, It's just not. So it taps into some type of mental something that's going on, how you're wired and how you navigate life, and it's a little different and it's not as casual as anyone else. So I think we all have a little something going on. And then it's moderate, and then it's severe, and then it's you just need to be locked the hell away somewhere and away from everybody else so you're not slicing people's neck that's minding their business, that's sitting in front of you just trying to get home at a tender young age, whose purpose in life we'll never know because it was ended due to a monster. Let's sit in that. I'm gonna get off the topic. In fact, actually, I'm gonna move on to something else because I'm tired of it. I don't know about you. How you feel about all these deaths, murders? You know, people that's going at 91. It was your time. God called you. Babies, I don't understand it, but God called you. I'm just gonna take out a knife and chop somebody's neck and kill them, and no beef, no issue. And if you got beef, that's still not a reason. It's not an excuse, but it happened. The world saw it. We can't stop seeing it. We can't even unsee it. If we choose no longer to look at the footage that keeps coming out, and yes, I posted some stuff in memory of it, you know, but we can't get away from it. Because if I'm not posting it, somebody's going to post it. It's just like we're trying to understand it. We're trying to shy away from it and never see it again, but then we're gravitated towards it because we're seeing that somebody going to say anything new about it, that something makes sense of it. So it, you know, our minds, we're like, we don't want to hear about it, we do, we want to see it, we don't. I wish people would do better. I'm going to talk about another topic, or should I just go ahead and do it in this topic? Let's do it in let's go ahead and do it in this video. I want us all to really be mindful and pay attention to people. Anybody, I don't care who it is. Your mother, your brother, your sister, your father, your child, your pastor. If you notice somebody not being, acting, talking right, please do something. Are we not there where we don't understand? We're not talking about a drug intervention where you call 50 people, 20 people, family members, and say, we need to sit down and talk to you, you need to stop doing drugs, and we want you to go to rehab. I ain't talking about that. Family, you can anonymously, are we not there where we don't know that in every county, every city, there's all types of programs, there's outreach centers. You can just call somebody to check on somebody. Do you realize if you call somebody's house, they don't answer, you can call the police, do a wellness check? They can go to their house and check on them and see if they're okay. Is anybody in the house dead or alive? Do you know that? It's very similar to that. You can call and say, this person's acting weird. They might be the next serial killer. They're my neighbor. It's my husband. Stop these people if you have the means to stop these people. So I'm going to tell a very close and personal story because I just don't care about telling this story. But I'm telling this story to edify and educate somebody and let you know how you can help. That's why I'm going to share this personal story. Because some people probably thinking, well, how do I do that, Destiny? I don't want to be involved. I don't want to intervene. I don't want to get caught up. You need to. How many of you have watched my channel and you hear me say profusely, I don't tell other grown people what to do. In this case, I'm asking you to do a certain thing. I'm still not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what to do in a sense. My personal story. There was a person I know in a situation that started to look real shady, started to look real weird. Looked like they needed to get out. We're talking and they're communicating with me and they're telling me, yeah, this person is usually always out in the streets, meaning out of the house, out of the apartment or whatever they were living in. They're always out. They get up every day, they're hitting the streets, they're in the streets, they're always in the streets. But lately they've been in the house, like lurking. Won't leave the house for nothing. I'm like, well, that don't sound right because I know the person. You're right. They're always out. Well, yeah, they're just lurking. They won't leave. And day-to-day updates, they're walking around with this weird look, or they're just, they just go out on the porch and won't leave the premises at all. I'm thinking, that don't sound right. Let me go a little deeper. I'm like, yeah, that don't sound right. It doesn't sound like this person. So every day I'm getting an update. And then there's arguments, there's fussing, there's fighting, there's all types of things leading up and building up. Let me tell you something. This person that's usually out of the house and that's always in the street running around, that's all of a sudden now in the home lurking, This person is very close and personal to me. So I'm going to keep it discreet because I like to be mindful and respectful of other people's stuff. Okay? I know the person well, very well, all too well. I know both people well. But the person in question, I'm like, baby, let me tell you what we're not going to do. I'm never going to wake up, ever, and be that person where someone wants to interview me on the news and ask me, oh, well, did you notice anything? Or did you not notice anything? Baby, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. Because I am noticing things. And I notice that this second person probably needs to get the hell away. Things aren't adding up. They don't look right and they don't sound safe. So when I had enough of these unusual updates and my intuition, those of you that know about woman's intuition, I said, baby. Nothing sits right with me anymore. Every single thing you've been telling me for the past week to 2 weeks, So I encourage this person. They're living in a state they're not from. And for the most part, they always say they don't really kind of want to go back to their state. I'm like, this may be time for you to do that. So, and again, I'm being mindful and respectful of the people that I'm talking about. And one of them watches my channel, and I think they'll understand. I think they'll understand why I'm sharing this and why I'm also being very discreet about who they are, respectfully, and I do hope so. We talk in person, so I'll have a conversation if I feel the need. But it definitely was a moment where I said enough's enough. No one's gonna call me and say something tragic happened to people that I know when I'm hearing these things and I did nothing. No, I didn't call the police. No, I didn't call an outreach center. No, I didn't get any mental help for anybody. But baby, let me tell you what I did do. I finally had enough, and I said to that person, I said, we need to have a conversation. I'll never forget it. I was headed to Eyeglass World, and I spoke to this person all the way till I got to the parking lot, and about 10 to 15 minutes after I got into a parking lot, because it was detrimental to me to say what I needed to say before I got in that building. And I said, listen, this is what I need you to do for me and for you and for everybody involved. I need for you to make a decision rapidly to leave. Get up, get out, go. Because it is not going to be our story that something happened to you and anybody connected to you. I need you to go. Nothing you've been telling me seems right. It doesn't feel right. Don't taste and or smell right. Get out. We cried. We were hurt because we lived in close proximity of one another, and this move was going to take us hundreds of miles away from each other. It didn't matter. I'll see you when I see you. I just need to see you again alive. That's it. That's all. They understood the assignment. They understood my concern. They understood the severity of what was coming out of my mouth and the fact that they're there living these unusual things, and they knew, you're right, I need to go. That happened, and I will never know what might have happened. Didn't need to, didn't want to know. Didn't want that phone call that a person or multiple people have been hurt, harmed, injured, or dead. So when I say, when you see or hear or sense or know something is off, do something. I shared that story not to expose these people, and I didn't expose them. One person will know I'm talking about them, but respectfully, I just did that. I'm saying it because this country is it's too much going on. And I don't think we step in enough. And I'm going to always pat myself on the back for what I did. I don't brag, I don't boast, I'm not at the top of the mountain talking about nothing I ever do in life, period. But that one time of me feeling like, to this day, I saved a couple of lives, I'm going to always be thankful that I heard enough and I was seeing enough to say, get out. And if you don't take the initiative to pack your bags and leave, I'm coming to get you out. You're going one way or the other. Go by yourself, go gracefully, go smartly, or I'm coming to drag you out. But you better go, because I'm not going to get that phone call about you, and I'm telling you to go. So with that being said, there's ways you can help. And in that case, that person understood and they knew my relationship to that other person. So they're like, if you're telling me that I need to get away from this person, I ain't asking no questions. So it's like when people are dating somebody, like, oh, if your mom tell me something about you, I should listen. Or if your sister, a close relative tell you something, yeah, like the people that love you the most shouldn't just be trash talking you or warning people about you unless there's something to warn you about. If you've known a friend for 30 years, you know them like family, I could tell you something about this person. Leave. So, anywho, I'm off that soapbox. I only shared the story to say Romika Meeks, Charlie Kirk, Erlena, the two young men that were just found at a college or nearby college being hanged out. Listen, it's too much going on. I shared this story to say people give you hints. Pay attention. If you're talking to somebody, pay attention to what the hell they're saying to you. Some old shana na 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 na. You know what I'm saying? Be speaking in another language, another tongue. That don't sound right. Call somebody. I don't care. You know how many people done picked up the phone and called 911 about some foolishness? Call them about something that might be detrimental to somebody's life. Say something. Do something. Please. You know how if you're a person scared of a dog and you see a dog, you may start shoo, shoo, shoo. You just automatically do something. You don't even know the dog is getting ready to attack you or come run up on you. Sometimes we just do things not really knowing. You might be wrong, but it's better to try to save a life, or it's better to try to get a mental health person that's struggling locked away somewhere to get medication and get help. I'm going to get off this topic because I could be on it the rest of the night. I have other topics. I could stay on this one till the rest of the night. The rest of the night till the sun comes up, because there's so much to say about these mental health people, these mental health cases, this violence in this world, people losing their lives because you can't go to a pool party without somebody killing you, you can't sit on a bus without somebody killing you, you can't walk down the street without somebody killing you, you can't go to Walmart without somebody shooting up the whole store. I'm tired. It's exhausting. It's mentally debilitating. I'm drained. Aren't you? Please share out in the comments if y'all have anything positive to add to this video. What is the takeaway? Do something. If you sense, hear, know something, say something. Call somebody. Save somebody's life. Get somebody some help. If you got to tie them up with rope and put medication in them, just give them some damn NyQuil. I don't care. Knock them out till the real people come in. That wasn't even funny. If you're laughing, that wasn't meant to be funny. I'm serious. If you need to knock somebody out by way of drugging them with NyQuil, I'll go to jail. If it's illegal to slip somebody some NyQuil in a drink or tie them up in my house and illegally, unlawfully, illegally tie them up and give them some NyQuil, I'll go to jail overnight, because they're probably going to give me just that overnight. Guess what? They didn't go out here and kill somebody. They needed some help, so I did it. What citizen's arrest? You can tie somebody up, pin them down till the police get there. Give them some NyQuil till the mental health people get there. I'm not laughing. I'm so serious. I'm sick of this stuff. We all have the means to see something and say something. I'm going to get off this topic because I'm about to start rambling about it, and I think I've made my case. I've given a takeaway. And let's just pray for this country and all the people that are struggling with mental health, and all the people that need to wake up and think that they need to be the next person on the news because they want to go kill somebody, be a serial killer, be a sniper, whatever. Let's pray for the mental minds of people. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Keep watching. Let's do better as a people, as a society. Gee, I'll see y'all on the next topic. I'm so disturbed. It's been a bad year. I'm out.